Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 5 of my Zelda II Adventure of Link playthrough on NES. Last time we finished Palace 3, and now we are making our way to the Maze Palace, Palace 4. But it's going to be a bit of a road before we get there. So, first thing you want to do is pick up that Ride the Tektite. So pick up a couple pea bags on our way. And down at the bottom left, you're going to see the River Devil. Just go ahead and ignore him. We're gonna make our way through this cave. Now we're getting to the point where it takes more and more XP to level up. So it's important to find as many pea bags as you can to help alleviate having to do any major grinding or anything like that. Alright, these scorpion guys can only be hurt when their eyes are open. So just get to pogo sticking on them. Oh, come on. There we go. 150. 500. That's a juicy one. The scorpions really aren't as bad as it looked, especially when you get up to higher attack levels. The Tektites, however, you notice that I'm not doing any damage to them, so what you need to do is get the fire spell, which I do not have yet, so most of the time I go through entire playthroughs of this game and never actually receive the fire spell. Or never actually use the fire spell, I should say. Alright, so we're into the next town. And the first thing we're going to do is go... Here she is. I am thirsty. This leads into the easiest side quest in any Zelda game. Some water from the fountain. Bring it back to Olivia Munn here. And then go visit the wise man. Again, the fire spell, it's not completely useless, but I never use it. It's a waste of magic, and the enemies that you kill with it are few and far enough between you can normally just avoid them. Like this big house. What's going on in there? Big windowless cube. Okay, now we're back into the action. And if you follow the trail this way, you'll see that it just kind of ends at the sea. So, and then down south, your path is blocked by the River Devil. So we're gonna go ahead and head north. Take out these bat guys. Alright, and same with the basilisk. He is hurt by fire, so just go ahead and ignore him. And once again, I'm going to skip finding the person who has the side quest for me and just go ahead and preemptively take care of what needs to be done. Run a couple errands. Now, this is interesting that you just skip this whole bridge. There's nothing of interest in there. And this is the Maze Island. You gotta make it through this whole maze to make it to Palace 4. Before we do that, we have to go and defeat this... Ooh. Lizard guy. It's a little bit tougher. His window for attack is a lot, there we go, narrower. Apparently that guy had kidnapped this child. I'm just gonna put in my pocket, I guess. Must have been real scary for that kid, because he doesn't have a candle. So, lucky him that I come along. And we're gonna head to the next town before we handle the maze here, or the palace. This is actually a kind of decent area to do some grinding if you needed to. Specifically, encounters in the woods. The enemies give a lot of XP, but you gotta be good enough to actually battle them. So this part, this is interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and show you this. You wait. Ooh, hit an enemy at the same time you go into an unskippable, air quotes, action screen. You can just step right over it. Look at that. And you'll notice in this town is the first town when you come to where the houses all have chimneys. So that could lead you to believe that maybe there's something to that. There you go down Mario style. And another Swordmaster. Now, this guy's attack isn't quite as useful or as famous as the down stab, down thrust, but it's still pretty good, especially against flying enemies in the later levels. And that's the last Swordmaster in the game. But we still need to find the Wise Man. Because the spell he teaches you, while isn't extremely useful, you are a hero for saving my child. Come. It's not a super useful spell, but it is required to beat the boss of Dungeon 4, which you will see shortly. Reflect. Okay, what town was this? Mountain town of Darunia, which is the Fire Sage. Alright, and on the way back, I'm going to go ahead and just do these action screens so you can see what they're like. More bubbles, more death pits. This time we've got Octoroks, jump, and shoot. Oh man. There we go. And then this one, which is the first one we were supposed to go through, is basically the same thing, but without bubbles. But that doesn't mean you can't still fall to your death. So be patient, pay attention, wait for your jumps. Which is kind of the advice I give in most of these famously difficult games, is be patient, wait for the opening, let your jumps come to you. Let's see. Yeah. I think it's the bigger... Yeah, these guys. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe this isn't the good farming area. I don't know. You don't really need to farm at this point. We're about to get a lot of XP in Dungeon 4. Okay, so the trick to the maze is to always take the long way around. Always take the long way. And I believe there's only 2 unavoidable action scenes if you do it this way. This one, which actually takes you to the next magic container. And then one more where you actually have to do a little bit of battling. There it is. Got one of these guys, which they tend to jump pretty far off of lips, so be ready for that surprise. Go. And if it seems like the long way to go, that's the way to go. I mean, you can take more direct routes, but then you end up hitting action scenes, action screens, whatever they're called, and that just takes up more time. Alright, and so that is the end for this portion. Tune in next time and we will take down Dungeon 4.